Bring us in.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of A Contagious Smiles Unstoppable with the lovely, sexy Victoria
Good
over
God.
yonder,
Yonder,
her redheaded self, and Michael.
the redneck.
So, y'all forgive me. I might be a little sleepy here.
When are you not? You're always sleeping.
We just ate dinner. And man, let me tell you, I cooked some good victuals.
He defrosted a frozen dinner. And the one thing I've been wanting so bad, I was like, oh, I want my Texas Roadhouse rolls that they sell at the grocery store. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm up here writing another book, go figure. And I go down there and I'm all excited. And I'm like, baby, where's the rolls? And he's like, oh, shit. I knew I forgot something. So, yes. Yes. Fresh off of dinner. Okay, ladies, I know. And I know you have too.
Really? Really? You're going to start out with this?
Yes. Okay. Back in the day, we've all had those eye candy crushes. Back in the day, we've had eye candy crushes, right? Okay. Well, when Faith was younger, I would stay up at night to make sure, her stats were great and whatever. And I would just have the TV on to make sure I would stay awake. And I would watch shows like The Blacklist, who we all know is one of my all-time favorite shows ever created, which we all know Raymond Reddington is like the primo disposition, demeanor, perfect person when it comes to protecting those he cares for. Chicago PD, I worship and loved. I still watch it. And then other shows like Rizzoli and Isles and all these other shows. Love Law and Order SVU. And now it's kind of like coming to a reality because we have Aram, or real name Amir, who is going to come on the show, who has been giving us videos and love for a couple of years now. We've been friends with him. And then, oh my God, today I get in contact and have a discussion with Antonio Dawson from Chicago PD. And he sends me a video about the book Shielded that's about to come out, and for me to have him help promote it. And God bless it, because he said the shield and it's shielded, but hey, I'll take it all day long. So I go in there to Faith, her room, and I'm like, hey, do you remember back in the day before you entered into the community, who you used to think was like all that in a bag of chips? And you used to say I'd sop him up with a biscuit? Without hesitation. Oh, Antonio Dawson, Chicago PD, right? She was like, oh. So I turned the phone around and I'm like, check it out. She was like, oh my God. So yes, very excited. He wants to come on the podcast. He was checking us out. Sorry, babe, us out, the Academy.
Yeah, let's clarify that.
The Academy, all that we do. He talked about how
That's a lot.
Right, but he was talking about how close to his heart that this is. And I mean, yeah, so that was that little tidbit of happiness.
That for him to go on the website and check out the Academy, that's
he didn't just go to that website. He went to we have a plethora of websites. We have victoriacurie.com, we have the Academy, we have the contagiousmile.com, we have everywhere. It's like Visa, everywhere you want to be or not be. But anyway, so yeah, I want to thank John. Thank you so much for the video. It made my day. Not my husband's, but he'll be all right. So he forgot my role, so karma's a bitch.
Oh, really?
Let's talk about your day and what you've done today.
Let's not. It'd take up all of 10 seconds.
I know. Exactly. My husband is still in the same attire that he went to bed in last night.
It's a PJ day, y'all. It's rained all day. It's gloomy out there, and it's a Sunday, and little did I remember it was Sunday. I was going to go check the mail. And it's just one of the days you just stay in your PJs,
I've been up and dressed, working. He loves his PJs. But he goes out and does things, and that man works. He works.
I couldn't write anything he writes.
His songs are freaking hysterical. You can't help but laugh, but they're not children appropriate.
Here's the one where he incorporates
Faith. Where it's
saying,
take your bottom lip over your head and swallow. I think that's so. appropriate for so many people. So I actually got a text last night while I was working on another book that said, "Oh my God, I just got a notice that you have a new podcast episode out." And I said, "Oh, hey, how are you? I'm so glad to hear from you. Hope you're doing well." And I said, "This is probably not for the tenderest of ears." And I was thanked in advance for that. Like we said in the beginning of the show, you need to like realize that this isn't like the Cupids and teddy bears and rainbows episode. And I love how people just, thank you. Thank you for who you are and what you do for us. That I have so many women that say, my abuser is sitting on the couch playing his video game. He's watching a movie. He has to have me right in front of him. So I put in my ear pod. My hair's covering it on one side, and I listen to your podcast. I listen to it
Wow, that's amazing.
for energy. I listen to it for the strength to remind me that just because it's my today, it's not my forever. And that's huge. I mean, that really is huge because talking as someone who went through it, sitting there, you think your today is your forever, right? And when you hear us talking, we remind you that your today is not your forever. So that is so impactful to know that, if we help one person, then it's absolutely 1,000% worth it.
Yeah. I don't know how much help I am.
Well, everybody loves our chemistry between us. Everybody loves our character, ways that we are, how funny we are. People have told me how they love how it gives them hope that because I went through this horrific, and every domestic violence is horrific. It's never a competition, ever. But I've had so many people say that they now believe that they can have unconditional forever love because they know I've been through it. They know you went through it with your previous, and we have each other now. And it gives people hope that they see the love we share for each other and the annoyances. And, you're like yawning right now because you've been up for 4 minutes. And the comical side between us. And it gives people hope that they can have that. And, that's important because I'm telling you, I didn't think I had a chance at nothing. And so I know I'm going to hear it. I'm doing 5 book collaborations and I had to
9 magazines.
and I had to complete my chapter for one. And I wrote it last night and I brought it down and I sat down with Faith and I said, "Can I read this to you?" And it's called "Out of the Ashes You Took My Hand." And she kind of just looked at me, and it's not a big, chapter, but it's going in a collaboration with some incredibly powerful women that I am so honored to be a part of. And I read it to her how I'm not going to give the whole thing away. It just starts out that if you want to know how I became who I am, you have to go to the wreckage first. And you have to see where we came from. And who I am today is because she made me this way. And the whole piece is dedicated to Faith and how she has given me the greatest honor of my life in being her mom. And this little thing who does not show emotion like my husband has pollen in his eyes all the time, had tears in her eyes when I read this to her last night. And it was so meaningful. It was such a moment that she was just like, "Mom, if there was a million moms out there, I'd still always pick you. You are the greatest love in my life, Mom." And I was like, how many young adults would say that to a parent these days? Not many.
Mm.
And it was such a moment. She said, "Can I keep this?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I was going to give it to you when it was published." And she was like, "I want that too, but this is the raw edit did, real original." So I gave that to her last night. She just loved it. She loved
It
it.
was. I read it today, and it was beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
really was.
You actually read a chapter of something I've written.
And yay, me!
Yay. I'd clap for you, but I'm a hand short.
It really reminded me of and I'm telling my age and going back, and I don't know if you're going to see
84.
similarity. Rocky.
What?
Yes.
Adrian! How?
Exactly. He had to go back old school with Apollo Creed and get back that Eye of the Tiger. He had to go back and train old school.
Isn't that like Rocky 3 or 4 or 5 or 8? I don't know. Like Rocky 84? I don't know. There's a lot of Rockies.
But to understand how he came out on top, he had to go back. And you had to go back to how you became this, I don't know, this pillar, so to speak. I know you're not going to put yourself in the limelight. You're not going to pick yourself up. You're not going to put yourself first. You always point the finger at other people and praise them and lift them up. We know how you are, Victoria. Okay? But whenever somebody types in your name, you are everywhere. And it's because you put others first. Crickets.
Yeah. Yep.
So you got a big fat heart. That's what I'm saying.
And a big fat ass, so it all works.
No, your ass is perfect.
No, I have it on my own zip code back there.
Whatever.
I do. I do. Speaking, you have your ass having your own zip code. I mean,
how can you say this and put out a book about body dysphoria?
Because I actually know for a scientific fact that I have body dysphoria. Like, I know this, and I'm working on it. I am working on it. But when I start to try to work on myself and somebody comes up and needs me, I automatically stop to help them, and I just stop my own healing. Like, I look at where I was compared to where I am, and I am leaps and bounds from where I used to be. Like, huge, huge difference. For instance, you're the only one who could touch my neck, but all my other triggers, I would say, are pretty gone. They're pretty much gone. There's only maybe a couple, and
knives
don't bother me.
Right.
At all. And I had so much like, I had so many people give me such crap about it. Like, why are you carrying knives? I carry one of the knives that stabbed me. It wasn't the knife's fault. It's like people say, guns kill people. It's not guns that kill people. People kill people. Like, that gun can't self-fire. You have to pull the trigger. Yeah, I mean, some guns don't have safeties. The safety is your finger, right? So knives don't kill people. People kill people. And people think that's ludicrous. But how can a gun self-fire? They don't. I mean, it just doesn't happen that way. So knives do not, I've always, I mean, in the martial arts and stuff that I've done, I did throwing stars and throwing knives and stuff like that. So I've always been a knife collector, to say the least. I mean, I would say we probably have over 400 knives, but what are you shaking your head for?
It's still going up.
Yeah. Because I mean, I don't want diamonds. I'm not a jewelry person. I want a knife. That's how you get to this heart over here. But I mean, it's just, and you have to be able to protect yourself. You have to be able to protect the ones that you love. So,
speaking of the ones you love, my wife had a recent addition to her body canvas in honor of those that she loves.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay. Talk about it.
She has the most amazing grandparents that I've ever heard from anyone. Okay. Mine were okay, but hers were talked about like I talk about my wife. I just put her up there on a pedestal. Right. And I tell everyone about my wife and my daughter. That's how my wife is with her grandparents. So to honor them, especially her grandmother, who taught her how to play the piano,
which I no longer remember or can't really do now one-handed, but yes.
She has a tattoo of piano keys, which is in reference to Stairway to Heaven, and in the form of stairs going into the pearly gates. And it is simply beautiful.
Well, I didn't realize it at the time, and I want to thank Jeff, my artist, because he is phenomenal. When we did it and where we did it, first he wanted to do my entire leg. And I was like, no. But we did do most of it. And it is on the leg that has the wording that goes from like the base of my foot, not the base, but like where your ankle is up a little bit. And it has 3 of my favorite lines from Wind Beneath My Wings on it. And then it has the wings. I have wings on my foot, on the top of my foot. And the thing is, growing up, the Bette Midler song Wind Beneath My Wings was like my grandparents and my song. And they would always teach me, to fly, to reach for the stars, and that's where you're going to go to. And I always would hold my hand up like I'm grabbing the stars. And so there are doves around the back of my ankle and the side of my leg. And somehow Jeff got this perfectly where the doves are incorporated from Wind Beneath My Wing into the gates. And the staircases are not like flat. They are angled and going up at an angle. So you look at them and it's like it's not easy to get to heaven, but it's worth it when you get there. The gates are stunning. They're beautifully done. The etiquette in there, the detail in there, it's just absolutely beautiful. And I got that done for them because both of their passings are within 45 days of each other during this time period. And so it really meant a lot to me because all of my tattoos, they're meaningful. They're not just like, oh, I'm gonna go put a snake on me or, whatever. They're all the journey that we've gone through. And I have some for my grandfather, some for my grandmother. I actually have both of their portraits on my back. And now I wanted to do this one for her. But after that was done, little Miss Addicted to Tattooing now, child of ours, who is over the age, so no hate mail on that. She is well over the age of consent for tattooing. Decided that she was getting this is stunning, this phoenix, right? And Jeff, again, huge shout out to him, created this phoenix, and Faith wanted the wings of both wings with scars in it that showed no matter how hard they tried to keep her down, she still rose from the ashes. And this tattoo needs to be in a magazine. It needs to be front cover of a magazine. It's the most gorgeous, like deep cobalt blue and burgundy. And there's a tad of burgundy. You have to look for it. And purples and just, I mean, it is. How do you describe that?
It's simply amazing. It's like you said, stunning.
It is stunning.
And to see it on this girl who has been through
hell, literally
hell.
Yeah,
it's just it really represents her.
Oh my God, it is stunning. And then I look over and I'm like, thanks, Jeff. Like you just put mine to shame, And he was just like, I was practicing on you. And when it was done, she's like, that's it. Can you dry needle me? I mean, are you done? Like this kid is like, that's it. And mine was about 3 hours and hers was probably an hour and a half.
Well, remember the last one she got done.
That was my dedication piece that she did for me without telling me.
Yeah, the red in there was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So this one has outdone that one, I think.
Oh, yes. And I asked her,
are you Jewish?
No. I didn't know until growing up that in order for you to be Jewish, your mother has to be Jewish at the time of your delivery, unless you change to Judaism and you become actually Jewish. You have to actually become Jewish. So it looks like our neighbor's pregnant. Sorry, I know that's way out in left field. I just saw her on the camera.
Oh, you're right. She is.
It looks like it.
She is. She is waddling. Did I say that on air?
You did.
Oh, shit.
She's young, too. She's not even 18. Or she just turned 18 or something like that. Anyway, so I asked her, I said, what made you get it there on your arm? And my beautiful child says, and I don't know if she told you this there, babe, but I said, why there? Like, she wants full sleeves.
Right.
And she's like, I've already gotten 5 full tattoos. They're huge. I mean, even her first was not little. And she says, well, Mom, let me tell you why. I put it on the arm where my Karamia, that's her name for me, tattoo is, because without you, I wouldn't have risen through the ashes. And that arm is closest to my heart. And so, therefore, this whole arm is dedicated to you. And I was like, and she goes, and when she was getting it, she told Jeff it had to be bigger than the one she did dedicating for you. She said, it has to be bigger. So I was like, that's my girl. She's just so my girl.
I'm going to have to talk with her.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. She got him to take her to the serial killer exhibit.
Oh my God, y'all. If y'all have not been down to Atlanta. And went to that serial killer.
Cereal, like that you eat for breakfast?
Yes.
He did sound like he said it's cereal, right? It's cereal.
That's what I said, cereal.
Oh, good Lord in heaven. Go ahead.
All right. Down to that serial killer exhibit. I encourage you to go at least once, okay? It's a lot of reading. There's a lot of information there. There's a lot of artifacts and exhibits to look at.
They have Jeffrey Dahmer's actual glasses in here.
That's so much stuff. And lifelike corpses that have been mutilated according to the crime scene, and the photos are right there.
Yeah, the
They
actual
reenacted. Oh my
photos.
gosh,
No,
it was so real. Some of them.
they are the actual photos from the crime. Like this exhibit was in London, then it went to Italy, and the first stop in the US is here in Atlanta. And so
It was 40 something rooms, and bless my thumping gizzard little daughter in there. She likes to read every word, every single word. So it's supposed to be 120 minutes. Okay. You better pay for 3 hour parking if you go there, because it took us no less than 3 hours to go through that 40 room scenario and read everything. And let me tell you, she was just up on the balls of her feet. She was just giddy the whole way. She was like, "Oh, Dad, you're the best, Dad. Thank you, Dad, for taking me here, Dad."
and then she wrote me a thank you card and said, "Well, I was just appeasing him. I know you got the tickets. I even put it back on you." I'm like, "No, it was Dad's idea." And she was like, "Really, Mom?" And I was like, "No, it was all Dad." And she's like, "Yeah, really, Mom?" So I try to give, you the credit, but
But it is worth seeing at least one time.
so would you go with me?
With you, yes, I'd go there with you,
She wants to go again.
and I'd be asleep in the truck.
But you said you'd go with me,
I'd go there with you.
but you wouldn't go back in?
Oh my gosh,
What?
it's a lot.
So?
I've already seen it all.
Okay, I've seen all of you, but I see it again and again.
Easy, girl. Let's keep it PG.
Since when?
Since now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's our week. We got another week coming up. We'll throw out 2 more podcasts. Seems like that's all I've been doing here lately.
Oh my God. Really? I really want Faith to come in and do one because she's like, because my husband's like, oh, I've had such a busy week. I'm doing 2 podcasts this week. She's like, yeah, let's reflect on what Mom's done this week. Let's see. She released 1 book. She wrote another. And I was like, no, not 1. I've written and completed 2 books this week. I've done 5 chapter collaborations. And yeah.
You honestly could not do nothing.
I know. Even if I sit in bed, I'm working. Like I sit
I
in
saw you
bed.
last night when I came in there.
Yeah.
You had a notepad in bed, you write down shit.
Yeah. For the series that we're going to start books for the kids, like ideas and stuff for the age groups and, fears and things that they need reflection and help with. And I was breaking it down per subject and age and, things like that. So yeah, even in bed. And poor Stucco is like looking at me like, Mom, I need to put my head in your lap. Mom, Mom. He just needs his mom.
Pretty soon it'll be another edition.
Yes, it's less than a month.
And we're still battling about the name.
No, you've named her. I just can't keep her. I can't believe with my memory I keep calling her Simba because I don't know why. I'm just reflecting the Lion King, but it's Samba, even though I wanted Mambo.
I just think the feminine version of Mambo is Samba. It just sounds correct for a female or a
My
dog.
dog was Mambo and it was a girl.
So one of my wife's best songs is by Bette Midler called "The Rose."
We got married to it once.
And I often reference that on a lot of things that I engrave here for her. And
also my favorite actress, Betty White, who played Rose on The Golden Girls. Love her.
And so I decided to call the new addition to our family, white golden retriever, a cream colored golden retriever that we'll get here soon. Her name will be Samba Rose. And I like it. So she'll be my dog.
Yeah, right. Right. That's hilarious.
I'll take care of her. I'll train her.
That's so funny. That is so
my lap.
Yeah, okay.
She'll sleep on my side of the bed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We all know that's not how this works. No.
You think your jealous Stucco is going to let you?
Oh, absolutely. Because he'll be like, let me get all sweet on her.
Really?
So when she gets a little older, we can produce a little offspring.
Okay, folks, listen to this. After dinner, no, before dinner, it was, I don't know, sometime in the afternoon.
After you woke up.
After we woke up. My wife comes to sit down beside me in the couch. I'm sitting
in the couch. I sat in the couch.
I'm sitting in the recliner. If I'm in the recliner, you got to be in the couch.
Oh, good Lord.
Jealousy boy over here.
No, both of them. Rusty's doing it too.
Stucco, her service dog, comes up and tries to get in her lap and starts nudging up under her arm for her to pet him. She will not, I mean, he will not allow me to have 5 minutes with my wife.
No.
He's got to be right there in between us. And if I put my hand anywhere in my wife, oh no.
He'll move my husband's hand.
Yes.
He will. He'll even take his paw and push him. And then Rusty's now coming up behind him and doing the same thing. Those are my boys. Like one of them walks up the stairs in front of me and the other walks behind me every time.
Does anyone else have a jealous dog out there? Let me hear you. Contact us. Go to our website, contagiousmile.com.
When's the last time you checked your email for a contagious smile? And don't do it right now.
Worst luck. Check it.
No. We could have so many people reaching out to you and you don't ever check your email. Now, I have people tell me that they are dumbfounded at how fast my response time to them are. And I get like 60,000 emails.
No, you get around 12,000 a day.
Right. I'm talking about during the week.
Yeah.
It's like 60,000 emails a week.
I don't know how you go through them.
Carefully.
No. I'd be like Jim Carrey in
Liar, liar. Delete it.
No, where he portrayed as God and he just hit yes to answer all the prayers. That's how I'd be. I'd just delete.
What movie are you talking about?
Bruce Almighty.
What?
You didn't see it?
No.
How dare you?
I don't have time to sit and watch movies like you. I work 20 hours a day.
What was that fella's name that's coming on the show?
John Cena.
And what show was he on?
Chicago PD. This is what I used to watch when she was little and you weren't even in the picture. And I was laying in bed at 2, 3
so
o'clock
you don't
at night.
watch Chicago Fire now?
That's not Chicago Fire. He was Chicago PD and he's no longer on it.
You watch The Rookie?
I do. Because Eric Winter.
You watch Law and Order?
Because Mariska Hargitay likes us and loves us in the book. But in fairness...
Because...
No. Wait, hold on. Truth, answer, yes or no. When I have them on, it's late at night in bed. And I have always been in there working while it's on in the background. Yes or no?
Always?
95% of the time.
Okay, I'll accept that.
And it's always at night, not during the day. And it's normally while y'all are doing your movies. Downstairs.
We gotta finish our movie tonight.
So that's when I do it, but I'm up there working. Yeah. But look, Mariska Hargitay loved Who Kicked First.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So that's this. And Eric Winter from The Rookie, let's name drop, okay? He's helping our daughter prank you. So, and that show is phenomenal. And you're just mad at Eric because he's married to that gorgeous woman that you've had the hots for forever.
God.
You know what? When I have John on, you don't even have to co-host. You can find yourself an 8. You don't have to be here.
That gorgeous woman.
She's beautiful.
You didn't say her name.
No, I don't have to. So then we have, so I am loyal beyond a fault where I support who support us. And how can I not? So there you have it. If somebody from sci-fi world, I wouldn't even know who they are. If they reached out to us and wanted to come on, I'd have no idea who they were. Because I don't think I've ever sat through or made it through any of your movies. And Faith says the same thing. Your movie choices are the cure for insomnia. Because it knocks you out. You just want to go right to sleep. You just can't stay awake through them. No matter how wide awake I am, if you put on one of your movies, I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm sleeping. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a subject we're talking about tonight? We're bringing anything up? And we talked a little bit last night about narcissism.
Yes, we talked about narcissism. That they get their own day, which is just
crazy,
ridiculous. That they actually get their own day. That doesn't make sense to my little feeble brain. I mean, they just... I just can't. I can't put my head in that mind space and understand how.
So speaking of putting your head in the mind space of the narcissist, y'all check out her prequel book to Who Kicked First. It's called Narc Narc Who's There.
It is so full of evidence.
That might give you an idea. All right. And then you're going to realize, hey, I've got this asshole in my family.
Well, please don't let the reviews turn you away from this book.
The reviews.
The reason is if you go and look at the other books, they're all 5-star reviews, right? And then you look at narc who's there, and it's comical because
It's comical.
they're not authenticated,
Purchases.
right? And after some research and discussion, come to find out, yeah, that they are from the narcissistic people themselves, and they're
Actual characters
the real life people.
in the book.
But of course, they're hiding behind a name
Another
that's not
mask,
theirs.
right?
It's another mask, absolutely. So, yeah, that's
Mhm.
an interesting spin on it. And it kind of, when I read the reviews, I was almost wanting to send a little thank you basket or a thank you note or something because it really shows, you know, I mean, for them to say she has no idea what a narcissist is or what a narcissist goes through or who they are or anything like that. I mean, really, that's kind of funny because your shit got called out, and it's not he said she said. There's so much proof in these books, and this one, well, in all of them, but in Narc specifically, there are photos, there are text messages, there are emails, there is, I mean, so much in there. Can you imagine the reaction when it was read initially by these individuals? Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Holy
I
crap.
bet they couldn't put it down. So just to FYI, those folks listening out there, okay, Amazon is not the only place that these books are sold.
Oh, good. So we have more places to go be derogatory.
We just want to let you know, like my wife said, she almost wrote a thank you because book sales increased. So there you go.
But it's just kind of, and the thing is that these individuals attempted to come after us in multiple ways. And when it got down to it, the bottom line of it was, well, if you are saying that you identify as this particular character in the book, then you have to prove that that is not you in order to hold any leverage. And if that is the case, then it becomes public. And then I get to show my side and I get to redact the whole book, which I already have the book.
You get to remove your redaction.
I get to redact the redaction.
Yeah.
And I already have the book redacted. Like, it's already done. And so all I have to do is do a new release on Amazon and put it out there, which I was more than nice in regards to the fact that I made sure their identity was covered. I made sure there was no way that Joe Blow and Sally Q or whoever wouldn't know who they were, right? But the thing is that I made sure faces and names and all that were not anywhere to be found. But people tried to say that they identified as those individuals. And if that's the case, then they would have had to prove that that was them. And how do you argue with pictures? How do you argue with text messages? How do you argue with emails that came from your email server, right? So, thank you. I mean, whatever. I made sure you were protected. Why? Because that's what I did. So
the books can be found on Victoria Curie's website, victoriacurie.com. Victoria and then Curie, CUORE.com.
for the longest time, you could never spell my name.
I don't know why. Curie.
Kind of like puree.
Well, do you hear the O?
No, but it's Italian.
Do you hear the E?
It's Italian.
Well, I'm not Italian.
I know you're redneck.
I say pillar.
Hey, we could write a book about your side of the family. That ought to be funny.
All 3 pages?
They wouldn't be blank. No, but seriously, think about it.
What the heck's running across my front yard?
A rabbit.
A rabbit. Oh, we know what we're having for dinner tomorrow.
Not, I don't think so. We could write a book. That would be, we call it like the wheels on the bus. Go around.
That's not funny.
Why isn't that
I
funny?
don't like the connotation.
Why?
Because.
Because why?
What kind of bus is it?
Greyhound.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some stuff you can't have faith in here talking. That's for doggone sure. Whew.
No, y'all need to do your own podcast.
You and Faith need to talk. Your side of the family has taught my child some nasty, raunchy stuff.
Just a few words.
No. No. I don't think so. Let's not even bring her in here and ask her what your egg donor taught her or your sperm donor taught her. Holy crap. There should be like, it's just like grandparents are not grandparents like they used to be in my time anymore. I mean, they're just not those people. They don't have the same mentality and whatever from when we were little. What are you thinking about? You're over there deep in thought again.
Well, I mean, think about your grandparents.
Yes.
And then think about my brother.
Yes.
Who's now a grandfather. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are technically, no, not we.
I would come over to my grandparents' house, and my grandfather would slip me like a $5 bill when I was really young, 8, 9 years old, and say, it's only money. It's only good for spending. So don't tell your grandma. And then Mama would slip me like a 5 or 10. Right? Don't tell your grandpa. And they did this all the time to us. Right? We were too young to have a job or chores at that age. I mean, 8, 9, we're not going to do anything but play Atari,
It sounds like now.
Go outside and swing on a vine or something.
That kind of sounds like you now.
Yeah. Be nice having an Atari.
Only if we could play like Breakout or Frogger. I might actually, I don't know. I hate video games too much, but that's not a video game to me in comparison to games today. They're not the same.
You could actually play Atari.
You're an asshole. Because it's a controller with one hand.
It's a stick and one button.
You better be careful you want to talk about a hand and a stick. That's all I'm going to say to you right now. Because it might be a while before I play with that again.
I didn't mean to push your button.
I'm just saying. But like, I used to work at my grandparents' boutique and then I'd save up money. And if I like...
Okay, that's not the norm for most people.
But I wanted a VCR and I saved up for it and they took me to get it. And little did I know they put that money back in a savings account for me. But when I wanted something, I worked for it, but I lived for them. I wanted to make them happy. I wanted to see the smile on their face. Everything was for them. I mean, they taught me everything, no matter how bad one of them was hurting, because they were always going through something medical. Like my grandfather opened every door for my grandmother. And my biological father said they argued. I never once heard him argue. In all of my life, I never heard them argue. If they did it, it was behind closed doors. Never heard him raise a voice to her. And, he'd open all the doors for her. He would order her Sanka, right? Remember back in the day, Sanka? He'd order her food. He would call her his bride. When she was passing away, she had every card he ever wrote her in over 50 years. And she gave them to me. Like every anniversary, every birthday, every Christmas card. She had them in a box. And they were in mint condition, I mean, that's the kind of love that people dream of finding, that, you search your whole life for. And just the two of them together were just so like the perfect match. And you would see everything you wanted in a partner and a parent and a grandparent and who you are as a person. And then today, everybody's like, oh, here's an electronic, get lost. Go play a video game, go do whatever. It wasn't go play outside until the street lights come on, or, phones that are hooked to a wall with a 8-foot cord on it, or, anything like that. People eating in their own respected bedroom and not together as a family, it's just, the person on the other end of that phone or the AI bot or whatever it is isn't going to be there when you need someone in 5 years or, and I just don't understand it. Everybody is so dependent on electronics and I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm just old school. I'm very old school.
You say you're old?
No, you're old.
You got a birthday coming up.
Okay, so yours is before mine.
I know I'm old.
Yeah, but you're like a grandpa age old. You could have grandkids. You might. You don't even know it.
What?
You could have grandkids out. You could have kids out there no one knows about, and they could have kids. So you technically could be a grandpa. You just don't know it.
As far as I know, I have 3 children.
But you spread enough seed that you might have another one out there you don't know of.
That might be true.
And they could have kids. So you could be a grandpa or even a great grandpa by now.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
No wonder I'm getting more gray.
You couldn't.
I couldn't get more gray?
No.
You saying I'm already gray
Yep.
enough?
Yep.
That's it. I'm coloring it.
You're not going to color your hair.
Color my hair.
Really? You're going to go color your
I
hair?
colored my goatee one time.
What? Blonde?
Brown.
Serious?
Mm-hmm.
When was this?
A few years back before I came into your life
Again.
Hey,
I'll send you to Brittany. You want to go cut your, or you want to dye your hair?
Which Brittany?
My Brittany.
No.
Why?
Because she wants to wax me.
She does.
No.
Everybody there does.
No, Brittany. I know you're listening.
She would, she
No.
might actually do like rainbow if Faith asked her to. She would.
Have I had rainbow on my fingernails? No.
Yes, your daughter did that. Our daughter did that. But no, she would do like the LGBTQIA plus colors in your hair for you.
No, spank you.
Why? Why are you so about it? Crickets.
No.
Why?
Anyway.
How about a waxing?
Did you? That's why I don't want to go anywhere near her and her gals over there. Okay, they can buy engraving from me, but I'm not going anywhere near them.
Well, that's hypocritical.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
They want to torture me. Okay.
Beauty is painful. Beauty is painful.
I don't care about beauty. I'm not beautiful.
This is why we're Beauty and the Beast, and I'm the Beast.
Seriously.
I drive the Beast.
You drive me crazy.
I drive you crazy?
Yes. You are. You know what? You are a sexy beast.
I drive the Beast. I call my vehicle a beast. Because it is. It is a beast.
Really?
Yeah, you're just mad because everybody calls you're the little yours. No, yours is not the beast.
Contemplating.
Contemplating what?
Getting rid of it.
It's not even 2 months old.
Yeah.
No, it's used. Because it's 2 months old. Wow.
All right. We're kind of off in left field.
That's what we do best.
Thanks for listening, y'all. Be sure to check out Victoria.com.
It's not Victoria.com.
Victoria.com.
Oh, my Lord in heaven.
Will you give me a second?
You said .com, which means you finished the URL. It is victoriacure.com.
There you go. And a contagiousmile.com.
Yes.
And
a contagious smile. M as in Mary, N as in Nancy.co is the university. And I think we're going to start doing some giveaways. Maybe we'll start that next week. Of books and workbooks and maybe coming on the air and, things like that. If you have somebody who has a birthday coming up or an anniversary, or you want to send a message out to somebody and you maybe want to send a message out to your ex, I won't say their name or yours, or we'll keep it confidential to the degree you wish. Send us a message on victoria@acontagiousmile.com and maybe we'll do a shout out for you. That's always a incentive as well.
Or maybe you've read one of her many books and you want to share a personal story. Maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, maybe you found yourself in a similar situation. We've had writers come out and say the very same thing.
You know what? I would like to have someone who can come on the show and say, I am an abuser. I am someone who has been abusive to my partner. I would love to have a conversation with them into the mindset as to why. Hey, we asked for a pedophile and we got one.
We did. We didn't know that he was going to
map his way.
Yeah.
But I would love to have somebody who is, if you think you are strong enough as a man to come on and have a conversation with me. I did an international show with Ronan a couple of years ago with an abuser who tried to take me on, and it was live over in Ireland. And everybody was like, who is this United States woman? Because everybody obviously had the Irish accent. And I was taking on an abuser who tried to at first come at me as a woman, and it got seriously heated very quickly. And he was yelling and, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, look who the big one is on the other side of the screen, across the ocean. Never raising my voice, never cursing, staying at my level. And he couldn't stand it. He tried everything he could to, escalate me, and he failed and he couldn't stand it. And so, like, people were just going crazy in the comments for him when we did this. And this guy, I thought he was going to have an aneurysm. I mean, he was so red in the face. You could see the veins in his neck. And it was like, hey, if you think you're Billy Bad Butt, come on, let's have this conversation. Right. And he thought he was. And, he even tried to get Ronan to get me to back off. And it was like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not raising my voice to you. I'm not disrespecting you with 4-letter words because that's the length of my vocabulary. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. You're the one being disrespectful. I heard, and this is kind of the thing I want to end on, which I heard about. There's an older lady who I saw a video of, and it was so powerful. It was like, for these jackasses who talk so horrible to their spouse, right? When they're being abusive and they say something just unforgivable, tell them to write it down, right? Take that napkin with their handwriting on it, take it to their mother and say, would your son say this to you? And see what is said. Or give that napkin back and say, how would you feel if your daughter had a boyfriend who said this to them? And see what they say. Like, this was so powerful when I watched. This was like an older lady, very classy, well put together, who came across and said, yeah, have him write it down and take it to his mom, see what she says. And that was like, wow, that's strong. Or give it back and say, what would you do if your daughter's boyfriend said this to her? Or what if you had said this to your daughter and just ruined? A 5-minute conversation can ruin your relationship for life with your child. And that really makes you take a step back and think about it. Are those words worth the destruction? Because you're mad. Walk away. You want to be the definition of a man? Turn around and walk away. That's a man.
So the challenge is out there. If you think you got the cojones,
Why has it got to be Hispanic?
To stand up and say,
come on, Victoria, I'll talk to you.
I'm an abuser.
I'll have Michael here for your protection.
I don't like it.
You'll
I don't like the fact that some things may trigger you, but I have faith in my wife. I know how she is. But if you think you can come on the show and give your 2 cents of why,
in your complex mind, that you think it's okay to be abusive,
then come on. Contact us through our website.
Or email me.
Email. What's your email?
Victoria@acontagiousmile.com. There's 2 S's for contagious and then smile.com. And we aren't going to yell at you. We're not going to raise our voice to you. We want to have a conversation with you. Let's see if you can keep yourself in check. They can't. Abusers cannot keep themselves in check. But I want to put that option out there to see if somebody will step up and have this conversation.
We shall see. Thank y'all for listening to A Contagious Smile Unstoppable. Until next week, which is tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Bye.